Tegan and I'm from New Zealand. I'm currently in my third year of the PhD at the moment.
Hi, I am Patrick from Cameroon in Africa. I'm doing my second year PhD in the Department of Geosciences.
I would say that it was very much based on how I grew up on the coast and also amongst the forests and mountains. I liked very much the geoscience as a topic, and this enthusiasm and interest was so easy to transfer, so it was a natural progression. Currently I'm studying the salt marshes in the Venice Lagoon and their interactions geomorphodynamics, particularly looking at carbon sequestration. I managed to end up here because I had the opportunity to study wetlands as a research field when I was in Portugal during my master's, and this was just a wonderful opportunity and I have never looked back.
As for me, actually, I am not in the geoscience field. I am an environmental engineer, but geoscience is all about the earth, so I would say I'm working in that. What drew me towards environmental engineering before going to geoscience is all the problems we face in where I come from in Africa regarding the environment, which drew a particular attention to me and made me to know that I had to do something for the nature. So that's what particularly drew me there. But what brought me to the geoscience field exactly is on plastics industry. That's why I'm doing my research field in the circular economy on plastics, since it is coming from crude oil. So we need to know how we could recycle it and how we could make it better for the nature.
It's difficult to name them all because it's been like a long succession. So I would say first of all would be my parents. They were always very supportive and encouraging, particularly in areas that are like core subjects for STEM. So they definitely helped my progression, and also like a lot of professors and supervisors over the years have been very inspirational.
I would say my first inspiration is my father, because he is a scientist. Then it goes to my elder brother, who's also a scientist, a medical doctor. But in my particular field of research, I would say mentor, and she's also a professor, Professor Maria Cristina Lavagnolo in the University of Padua, who drew really my attention into circular economy. So those are principally the people who inspire me a lot in the field that I am today.
Unfortunately, I would say yes, they still affect the STEM fields. Like it very much depends on the location, the place, the culture, like the level to which the effect is. But yes, it's there. I think particularly like especially when it starts from a young age, so it can be quite hard to quantify because it really much depends also about the values and how people expectations of those around you, and also the opportunities you have, particularly also financially. And if you're encouraged, because if you don't know of it as a career, or if you don't have the finance opportunity to pursue it, or you don't believe in yourself to have the capacity to follow a STEM career, then it's unlikely that you will choose it.
I would say yes. There's a lot of gender stereotypes in the STEM fields. You know, as a girl, most people think we don't have the same capabilities. I mean, girls and boys. We don't have the same power. We don't have the same way to think. Because basically they are going towards the maternal point of view. So in the STEM fields where you need to be more practical, they think you are less adapted for that. So it is a real problem, and I think that's what we need to stand out to I would say shout, because it's not normal that we should go up to this point where we don't have some equal opportunities and all the rest.
I think it, like as you were saying, there's a lot of expectations around like the physical capabilities of women versus men in some of these fields. Also with some toxic behaviors in the workplace, there can be an active discouragement for women to actually stay in that workplace, because if it's not a pleasant place to be, if there's a lot of judgment and behaviors towards you which is not at all encouraging, you don't stay.
I would say in the society, I would take a personal experience where I had to work on site, and our manager was a woman. So we had some comments from our colleagues who were saying, no, she can't manage us because she's not fit physically to manage us. But we used to tell them that you don't need to be fit physically to manage some people. You just need to know how to manage them. And if she's at this point, it means that she merited it. So in the society, there are still these kinds of thinking. There are still these point of views which are not encouraging for the females. And I think they are doing a great work to stand out on it.
I think there's many things to suggest, but a particular important ones would be to be very like self-aware and resilient. So be aware of your, like, what core interests you have, how you want to pursue them, and build like a good network of people, and also play your own role in supporting that network of people. I think these are very important.
I would say to any young female scientist, the first thing is to never be underestimated. Never listen to the judgments and think you are very low. No, you are not low. You have the same capabilities as the men. Secondly, you need to network. You need to go into networks with people who stand out about this. And if you face this, don't be afraid to stand out. This is the main suggestion that I can give to any young female.